guys, to everyone. I'm Ada.
I'm Lucia.
From Poison Rock, and today we are thrilled to have with us an amazing singer, a woman, Paula. How are you, Paula, first of all?
Hi, thank you for having me here. I'm fine. Hope you both are fine too.
Yeah,
And I'm very happy for being
that's
here with you both.
that's beautiful. I mean, and let's say a Friday evening between women. That's all we want. Just
Yeah,
easy talk, not
it's
just like
beautiful.
yes, always easy, smooth interview. I know that you are an amazing singer, but before talking about your amazing single "Yoga de Silencio," we wanted to ask about how you really get in touch with music as a young child. You know, just how your journey started. Do you hear me? Okay. I said that I wanted to ask you.
Sorry.
It's okay. I wanted to ask you how your journey in the music field started as a young child and during as well throughout
Yes.
your teenage era.
Yeah, I started play piano very early, with 6 years old, and my life was like that. I always was at the piano, even when my friends said to me to go out. Uh, I never wanted because I wanted to stay, play piano and study and doing music. Yeah, that was always my best company and my dream
You're
to be a musician, be a singer, and a piano player.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
in the
yeah. Go.
even in my teenage years, teenagers love to go out and have fun. But yeah, I stayed home with piano always.
So
I loved music since I was a little child.
it was your biggest passion, the piano. And you, how do you find out that you
Yeah.
have these amazing vocal skills?
You know, my first class, my first vocal class, was when I had 18 years old maybe, because piano was always the first instrument.
Okay.
But one day I was singing
Yeah.
in the classroom, and the teacher listened to me and said, "Look, you need to to have some vocal lessons to learn some vocal techniques because your voice is very nice." And okay, and I said, okay, let's do it.
So
And I find out that I can sing. Was like that.
and I mean, and being of course like as well, like you're saying, the piano was like your company, your companion during your, I mean, growing up. There were some influences that you had as well, like say piano player or composer that were influencing you, but could be as well, you know, like as well the life that surrounding you that you had during, you know, growing up. Yeah, I don't even nature could be sometimes an influence. So for playing
Yeah.
piano, especially, which is your main influences in general?
Okay. I grew up with the classical music,
Yeah.
so I had some composers, some that always influenced me. Like for example, Bach and Chopin is my favorite piano composer. Nocturnos are so beautiful. He can do so music so beautifully,
Yeah.
and Mozart. I think every musician loves Mozart. You know,
I can see your passion through your eyes.
okay,
I can see your passion through your
because
smile.
yeah, because Mozart is so simple, but at the same time so uh, passionate about
Oh,
what he was doing. And
yeah.
all classic musicians love Mozart, of course, and Bach also.
And
I think Bach is the father of metal music, in my opinion.
and I mean, there was some because of course we as Poison Rock never had, I mean, like a really piano player from as classical background. So I want to ask you, just because it's interesting as well, covering, as a different type as well of music. And in the classical music, there was a really a piece of song that you really enjoyed playing because maybe it was a little bit more challenging to play, or you felt that you were connecting a thing one while you were playing the piano.
Okay. Even today, when I'm feeling sad and when I'm feeling down, when I need something to, um, I don't know, when I need some music to
Cheer
give
you
me
up.
some peace of mind,
Yeah.
yeah, I play Chopin, Nocturne. I don't know if
It's
in English is the same name, but Chopin is always my
like the book.
composer
Yeah.
my composer of elation because when I play Chopin, I'm feeling so much. I feel so much better, so peaceful. That's why I love to play Chopin. I always play when I need it.
And all this classical music has been as well an influence in your day, in your music of today. I mean, about your releases, has been an influence of
Yeah,
what says to your contemporary music,
yeah.
because because before going out with Yogo de Silenzio, you have been in a band as well. He was like the lead singer of Lilith's Revenge. So you
Liz
have a kind
Revenge.
of,
Yeah,
of journey as well as a front woman in a band. So
yeah. It's
yeah,
yeah, in the same place of my heart, uh, between classical music and rock and metal music. I don't know which part I can choose. Both ways are very important to me.
yeah,
And at the same time, I when I was a child and I was a teenager, I listened classic music. At the same time, I was listening like Guns N' Roses, for example. I was huge fan, Guns N' Roses
a
fan,
hard rock, yeah.
since I was a little child. And rock music, especially rock. Metal, I discovered
Also,
metal
a little
uh,
bit more.
older, when I was older, but rock music especially was always my one big passion, my big passion. And I dreamed when I was a teenager. I always dreamed of a band and sing in the stage, huge stage, with a big crowd. Yeah, and I always fight for that, always. And I love have a microphone in my hand.
Yeah,
That feeling is so amazing, so
yeah, because
awesome.
like this, like I say, with this adventure, this journey with Lilith's Revenge, let's say, ended up now that you are like your solo career. It's your solo path. So how, I mean,
Yeah,
because of course, going out through uh, just playing piano, so basically being just focusing on yourself while playing piano and basically being one with your own instrument and your inner peace. And then you went into like in a stage, like being a front woman. And then again, being just by yourself, putting yourself out there by your own. I mean, it's not easy because it's just your own
yeah.
challenging the world. So how did you are experiencing this? How
Okay.
was the choice
You
as
know,
well?
after playing some shows, some gigs with Lilith's Revenge, I love the experience. The boys are great, um, and we still talking
Beautiful.
every day. Yeah, we are close friends. But it's very difficult when we are in a band. We need to share ideas. We need to share influences,
Yeah.
and sometimes you feel that your voice is not heard,
Yeah, exactly.
heard like you wanted to, and you need to. So when I was in Lily's Revenge, I felt like I needed more, and I needed to open up
Excellent.
my
Yeah.
voice, and
Yeah.
I had two ways. Or I steal with Lily's Revenge today and okay, have some fun and sing in the stage with the guys, and or uh,
I moved.
like I'm now, I'm alone,
Yeah,
um, and take that risk, but
but it went
being
well.
totally happy with that.
Yeah, because you, in your music, that's one beautiful things about you that you have a powerful ideas, powerful story to tell. So it's like you're not just a musician and an artist, but as well a storyteller. Because Yogo de Silencio is an important. I mean, it's a deep meaning, especially. So I want to ask you to tell you the story about Yogo de Silencio because apart being as well in composition beautiful, and we will talk about that as well, but the story, the meaning, it's really important to especially the people hear that, because in this period where we
Okay.
are right now, we have to, and sometimes, create the awareness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Jogo de Silêncio, the story behind Jogo de Silêncio is very interesting
Yeah.
because it's very actual. Some years ago in Portugal, we had a colonial war, and a lot of mothers, a lot of uh, wives, a lot of girlfriends lost their child, their children, their boyfriends,
Yeah.
because they were called to go to the war.
Even young kids.
A war, yeah, a war that nobody wanted,
Yeah.
but they had to fight for something.
The,
Uh, you can understand. And
yeah.
Joe Silencio is about that. It's about a woman that lost uh, her husband. Uh, he went to war and he died. And so the Jogo de Silêncio is about that. It's about lost and about war and the meaningless
Self, yes.
war,
Yeah.
meaningless wars.
This is important.
To like as we see today. Every
Unfortunately,
day.
yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah,
Yeah.
we still see that kind of wars,
Yeah, it's like they say
meaningless
that.
wars.
Yeah, it's like they say the history is like a cycle. So
Yeah.
that's really important that you are like talking about as well. What's because sometimes in history book that history book are the worst way to learn about history. Sometimes we just
Yes.
learn small things, just like the big war. But what happened actually in some country, we are not aware of that. So, for
Yes,
example,
true.
you bringing up this and creating this awareness of what happened in Portugal, that we have. I didn't know that, and I think as well you should be. And it's good because
Yes.
we create awareness because every country has their inner fight. Maybe some other could be famous for movie like he has in Sicily. We are really well known worldwide for the movies, but people, they may have the movie ideas of what actually happened. That's the
That's true.
yes. Or for example, what's happening in Canada and United States with Native American people, and what is happening
Yes.
today. So your song is a kind of a call to the awareness, and that's what I
Yes.
say every
And
day. Yeah.
and stories is the feminine look, the feminine part of the story, because sometimes I
Yeah,
think stories is very
masculine.
masculine. Yeah.
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 Who won the
And
story? Napoleon. That one. The other
yeah.
one. What about Catherine of Aragon? What about Catherine of Austria? What about all these women?
I was that is interesting because I was reading a book about Anne Boleyn, And that queen only is today I remember for because she betrayed the king,
Yeah,
the queen, the king. Oh, sorry,
yeah.
but she was so so intelligent, so brilliant,
She was
but
smart.
nobody talks about that
Yeah,
today.
it's like, for example, Apran as well. When they speak about Marie Antoinette of France, they just highlight
Yeah,
how spoiled she was, but they forgot to say that she was 14 years old, coming from already an empire, which was Austria. So how a young teenage girl can understand what was happening actually in France? They always forget about
yes, true.
it is a smart women. Only maybe nowadays we have these amazing these amazing scientist women that they bring a lot more of awareness. But what about all the amazing queen of Africa, these
Queens.
fighters, queen
Yes,
of
true.
Africa? I mean, there was the movie that, of course, is too much Americanized. I don't know if you saw it, called The King, the Woman Queen, The Woman King, with Viola Davis. Of course, it's too much
Oh,
American,
yes.
but it gives the strength and a kind of view of actually how much the women had the power in the history. And I mean, back then in Greek period, Roman Empire, there was, this, there were goddess in the north and in all the mythology,
It's
there were
true.
goddess. And then when religion came, we just went forgotten. There was Inquisition, so we were all witches because between Spain and Italy, there was Inquisition spread all over the Europe. So women,
Portugal
yeah,
as well.
Portugal too. So we are all kind of neighbor between Italy, Portugal, and Spain. So we are basically in the same zone.
Yes,
So the idea of
yes, true.
this church, being so much tied to the country, we all share that. And so we have the same, let's say, background of history. And but what is sad is that still today women are forgotten. We are
True.
silenced.
That's true.
So we need musicians like you putting out there words, even if they are not wanted, because people have to hear that. And you're speaking with
Yes.
two women that completely agree with you, and we go towards what we would like to call it is a toxic masculinity. Yeah. Toxic masculinity, because there's a lot of
Yes.
that. We don't need that.
Yeah, in music, there is a lot toxic
Yeah.
masculinity.
Yes.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, yes.
and when I was studying classic music, we
Yeah.
had a class music history,
Yeah.
and we had a book like this. There's
Not even one woman.
no one,
Not even one
not
woman.
not one woman. Yeah,
Zero.
not even one woman.
That's
Yeah, in the book like this.
that's
Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad.
I mean, if you because they want just to put that men are able to do everything. I mean, they are the chief of the world. They are I mean, we are just like, just to quote unquote our uh, genius. We are just mother, child. We are mother, daughter, and whatever to say. We are wife. That's it. We don't have to. We have just to give
Yeah,
birth
it's true.
children and be wife. We can't have our own career, and but especially ideas. That's the ideas.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, we can't be single forever. We can't, or we have to have children. That's what society imposed. I mean, we just want to have a life of traveling and have fun. Why we
Yeah,
can't have it?
all the time because I live in a small village. So every time people
She
ask
can
me
agree. She
when
as well. So
you
she,
don't want, yeah, you don't want to have children. You don't want to be mother. No, I don't. Sorry,
yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
It's a choice.
I mean, she comes from, she is from, say that from a little town. From a little town as well of Sicily. So you can imagine a little town as well.
Uh,
She feel a lot of pressure when some people ask, "Do you want
yes.
children? Do you want to get married?" Married, you say. Yeah, we don't picture ourselves as
Yeah, I
married.
can understand that.
Yeah, so it's
Yes, I can understand that.
it's pressuring, and if you're
Yes,
not pursuing
yes,
our
and
dream, it can't be.
and when I said to people, no, because music is my passion, Music is my first love. People look at me and said, that is, you are a woman, you have some kind of instinct,
Duty.
motherhood instinct,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
I think
No, I don't.
not true for everyone. I mean, you can want. I want just a dog. That's some. That's I mean, that's a mistake. That's some reason to be. Just put it aside from society. Maybe I'm not.
That's true.
I'm not bored. I mean, I'm not meant to be a mother. Maybe I am more.
Yeah,
I don't have that instinct. I mean, we have a different reason why we want to be mother. I mean, could be someone that want to be a mother and love that. That's normal. That's what we as women we
totally.
accept altogether. I mean, you want to have children. That's pure, beautiful. You want to travel for all your life, live in a van for all your life. That's beautiful. You just want to live in
Yeah,
the desert. You want to be a nun. Perfect as well. You don't have to mean. You don't.
sure.
You don't have to give
You
explanation.
know, in this life, I have two rules. First, try to be happy, and second, try to be happy without prejudice other people. So if you don't make any injury to other people, you can be happy as you want. If you want to be children, you have children. If you don't want, you don't
Exactly.
have. So you
Yeah,
know what
no,
I mean.
you're right. Yeah, right. Because if we just live with thinking what people think about us, we can't go anywhere. I mean, it's and
Yeah.
especially we are just three women talking right now. Being in a kind of a music field, I am more in the music field. Lucia is more in the literature field as well. So imagine she wrote a book. For example, I do interviews. We always being you wrote a song. We always got criticized because maybe I'm dressing a little bit too much. There's more skin, and maybe there's more than that. We
Mm-hmm.
can't be ourselves because we are too perfect. I mean, we are too much like cover, so too much. Let's say not naive, but can I say like now looking like, oh, she's too much, like pure, or we are too much.
Yes.
I
Okay.
mean, the saint and the other word we can say. So the saint and the
Yeah.
sinner. Why we can't be both? Why we can be who we want to
Yes.
be?
Sure.
And there is women all over
Sure.
the world, as I think as well, that think about like the same way we are thinking. But unfortunately, there are women out there that they think completely the opposite. The opposite, and this is, I think, it's a
Yes. Sure.
toxic femininity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's true.
I
Yeah,
think.
it's very difficult.
Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes reach some girls' heart. It sometimes it's difficult because uh, they are so. I don't know how to explain this. In Portugal, I don't know in Italy,
yeah. Of
but
course.
in Portugal we have uh, the tradition, the some cultural impositions are so strong
Yeah,
that women can't free themselves from that.
yeah,
It's so difficult, so
yeah,
difficult. The pressure is
yeah. The expectative,
huge.
of
Yeah.
and as well, like if you we had in Palermo, for example, a horrible experience that happened as a girl being raped by seven guys. So that's something unbelievable. Just because she wanted maybe one of them, or she wanted to do even with, I don't care what she wanted, but going from her willing to the violence, there's a huge gap. So we, for example,
Yes, sure.
we want to go outside, we have to be scared to go outside. We have to go to the mountain. So there is no one except the trees. So, but what if we want to go outside and have a beer, just be with, we can't walk. So that's as well because society think that women don't have a voice. If we have a voice, we can have been, argued. Maybe she's right. Maybe she wanted to go with that guy. So how? I mean, what? This is a sick society. And I think
Yeah.
as well, yeah,
And then and look, sometimes people do like that. She was wearing a little skirt, so
exactly.
maybe she wanted.
Yeah,
That kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
stuff is
And
so
that,
toxic. So
yeah, exactly. Because we just supposed after all we went through the years, but as well today daily, I think that every woman should get really get along with other women, because sometimes it's not only men being, let's say, against women or giving bad judgment to women, but it's what worse, it's women going against women. That's
Women,
the
true.
worst things, always like he being envy, or I don't know, just want wishing you the worst. I mean, why? We are on the same boat.
Yeah, it's true.
We had the same
It's
ancestors.
true.
We were born from the same, like, maybe even mother, because sometimes they're even sister. So why?
Yes.
Because if women just really stick together, I think that we could have a lot more, right. Because still today, I mean, we are like, I think, lucky kind of to be in the Western world, because we have a lot of many rights compared to other countries. But still today, some country women that has no right. That's something
Yes, true.
that's a so it's really sick to think about it. But
Yeah, it's true.
and
It's
yeah,
and I think that kind of reaction,
yeah,
women reaction for each other, uh, society wants that.
yeah,
I think the society wants that because we if we're not together, we are weaker.
yeah,
Um, so I want society want that. Society wants us to stay apart, to fight each
exactly,
other. Uh,
exactly.
so so we don't empower each
Yeah,
other to
yeah,
because if you are together, we are so much strong. We can be
exactly.
so much strong, but
Yeah. That we
sometimes we can't do that.
Yeah, yeah, but and that's when it came to people like you, as a, that because being a musician, or being a, I don't know, a writer, or being an actress, you have more power than like an average person that maybe is just sitting in their home, maybe that will watch this interview. You have the power to put out there, like you did with the Gioco de Silenzio, to say your own, to put out a story from the women as a woman. So that's the
Yes.
main things, and spreading this type of awareness. Because I was reading that, for example, because I'm, like I mentioned to you, I'm really close as well what's going on to the Native American people. There were
Mm,
kids that were when they were colonized from us, let's say, because that colonized them. In
that's true.
Canada, these poor kids were taken to the church, and they basically were treated like they were shit. So still today, there are people that were reacting to that, even 100 years later, saying we won't speak our truth. So
It's
all
true.
these people, it doesn't matter if you came from Norway, Siberia, South America, South Africa, China, it doesn't matter. It's better because we have different voices, but what we make one. So
Yes, true.
that's why I think your music it's a huge way of spreading this message. And I wanted to ask you that if you are
Thank you.
thinking to spreading more, these are beautiful message. If you're thinking to release more songs about,
Yes.
yeah, so tell a little bit about that.
Sure. Sure. Always with the feminine perspective
Yeah,
of history.
beautiful.
Always. That's my job. That's my
Yeah,
that's my crusade. Yeah. So this year, I guess December maybe, I will put out another song, another story, another woman story, uh, a story about a strong woman,
beautiful.
like there, like in my small town, my grandmother, a lot of grandmothers, they were so strong, so strong, so uh, I don't know. I can't imagine what they had to deal in their daily life. They were so strong, and the people need to know that
Yeah,
because yeah, the men were to the
yeah,
war, but the women stay with the children, with the they
yeah,
were so strong,
yeah.
and the people
Know
need
that.
to know that.
Yeah. And that's
So
beautiful.
in December,
And we'll be,
I will put out
and we will do
another
another
song.
interview speaking about that, because if it's the voice of the
It's great.
grandmother, we are all daughter of our grandmother. So we have to share.
Yes.
But we can share it the story of our grandmother, my grandmother, her grandmother, your grandmother. It's a message that we want to
Yes.
send, because
Beautiful.
your music is important, and as well your message, because this is not just an interview about the music releasing, because of course people can find your music on the social media, on the multiple platform, but there will be a chance as well to see you some performing live somewhere someday.
I,
Thinking,
I don't know yet.
okay,
I want it so bad, but I don't
okay.
know if I if I will have that possibility. But I want it. I want it.
So maybe in the future of a man, in the next year, or somewhere, there will be some kind of chance.
I hope so.
But in the
I hope so.
meantime, people
Yeah.
have to just follow you, and especially listen to to your messages, because putting out your message, you're as well challenging yourself, because as a woman alone, you are doing a lot, and thank you for doing that, because we really need
Thank you.
women like you, Paula. We really need that. And
Thank you.
Lucia as well,
Thank you.
because she was like, because
Thank you.
that's,
And you know, it's important. It's important. We use art
yeah,
like a tool of intervention
yeah,
to open people's eyes. It's
yeah.
art. It's a great tool to do that.
Is the most elegant, is the most well received, because
Yes,
is a gentle way to let people understand.
that's true.
Because sometimes if this message do not reach the people, they ask why you go to revolution or to something, because you didn't listen to us. So instead of being, just aggressive and angry, we use arts, which is
Yeah, it's true.
the feather, like a feather, so like a touch, gentle touch. So what can we say?
Yeah, totally.
People just so at the moment, so in December, and can you tell already the name of the song, that if you can say the name of the song?
Yes, sure. The song Innocencia, Innocence.
Innocentia. Yeah, in Italian is
Beautiful.
Innocenza. So it's similar.
Innocenza.
It's
Okay.
similar, yes. And you are really an amazing woman, really, and a strong woman.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you so much.
you have such a beautiful smile, and you send a lot of positivity. And
Thank you.
with your art, really, I think that if there were more singer like you, we would reach even more people, because as well something more important is that you produce your music by yourself. You're just by yourself. There is no one that is producing you, so
Yeah.
it's even harder for you. So you're fighting.
Because yeah, because in music sometimes the men have the power to select our songs, selected how we should make music, how we should dress,
Yeah,
and I'm trying to break that chains.
it's important. Yeah,
I'm alone. It's true. I'm alone, but
but
I'm still
but
here,
I
and
think
I'm still
I
fighting.
think I think there are as well other singers like you around the world, like they're sharing this message. So this is a way as well to gather them. And who knows, maybe we will do another interview with another strong woman that we know one, to be honest. She's like a pioneer of a heavy metal, but she's a strong woman that she believe like better to be alone than with some man that don't care, being just by yourself. We can do, it's a different type of music, kind of, but I think it's the same value. And do like a four double interview, just sharing our ideas, telling about the story. This is how we reach people. Not only in asking you where is your next single released, where you're going to play, how your music is done. It's just talking and spreading the message, because that's your music about. That's the meaning of your music, what we talked today. And I'm really thankful to that, Paula. So I really stand to say thank you for this interview. It was really a pleasure meeting you. And I definitely will reach you out through the social media, because I really love talking to you. So
thank you so much for having me here.
It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thanks from me. Thank you. She's moved. She's touched from your words, because I know her. So thank you so much. And
Thank you,
Girl
Ada.
power, like a Spice Girl say back then.
Yeah.
Always stay together.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Ada.
Keep always smiling.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Thank you so
Paula.
much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.